All right, so this one is to show you how to stack a cake. I have a 2-layer cake here, and I'm gonna put a 3-layer cake on top. So you want to have the glue right here. Get a little bit of extra buttercream. This has been in the freezer for, oh, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. You could also put it in the fridge for a little bit longer. So let me go get the top. All right, so here's the top. I'm gonna set this aside for a minute. No, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it so that you can see what's going on here. I'm gonna put this right here, back there. All right, so this one's on an acrylic disc, which means I need to get it off of there. The best way to do that is with some really hot water on your spatula. So it'll melt it without marring the bottom of that one as you take it off too much. So this is nice and hot. So I'm gonna very gently rub this underneath. Very gently going around, just loosening it. Oh shoot, I messed that up, didn't I? With my finger. I'll fix that. Okay, until you've got it under it. And you're gonna pick it up either with your hand and or the spatula. You're gonna put it gently on there, eye it so that it's in generally the right position. Kind of move it around as little as you have to. Okay. Now, since that's been in the freezer for a while, I can very gently take a piece of saran wrap and push it down very gently. And then I can fix that on top if I need to, no problem. All right, so now, oh, I guess you missed that, sorry. I'm gonna take this guy and we've got to finish that bottom edge. Now this always takes a little bit of time. So let me get this better there for you. Okay, so I made a big boo-boo with my finger here, so I'm gonna have to fix that. So I'm gonna get some of my icing. What I did was I took a little bit of saran wrap and just pushed that down. And I'll fix that a little bit just in case it doesn't have flowers on it, no big deal. So I'm gonna fill my piping bag with a little bit of that cream cheese buttercream, which is what this is, cream cheese flavor. Put a little bit of that in there. And in the areas where I have a little problem, I'm gonna fill it in. And I will go back and fix that. But we're gonna fill in all the gaps there. Sometimes it takes more, sometimes it takes less. Don't put too much on because then you just gotta take it off and that's harder. All right, since I made this big blah here, I'm gonna fill that in too. All right, I have a nice hot scraper. Make one more pass. I can see, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a little bit not level there, so I'm gonna try and fix that at this point. So I'm just gonna very gently put it on there. Try and take a little bit off that top part there and clean up that edge where the two cakes meet each other. Okay, I did that. Just the first pass. So now I'm just gonna get the edge here without getting into that corner. So I cleaned up my little blah. I'm gonna go one more time with a really hot this stuff off here gently. I should probably get that nice and hot too. This is always the area that's a bugaboo for me, is getting these two cakes together pretty. Takes time, but it's possible. Sometimes the spatula is your best friend. Sometimes I use a piece of plastic that, oh darn, that I cut off. That I cut apart. Maybe I'll try that in a minute if this doesn't work perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna go back with that big spatula, that big scraper. I'm not too worried about this one in terms of a little bit of the cake showing because I'm gonna paint it in Silent Snows design. But if I was worried about it, I would most definitely just keep going over it until I was happy with it. You just have to be patient and understand that it's gonna take some time. Nothing happens quick in cake decorating except for the things that you've done over and over again, and then it gets a little bit easier. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to clean